Byron, first of all, here we are at Harwood House, inland, not somewhere where you necessarily would expect to find kayaks. What are you doing here?
The main aim for us is actually to promote the RNLI, and that's what we're here for. We're fortunate enough to have within the arena, we're going to have the RNLI education stands, we're going to have a lot of RNLI safety advice being offered to members of public, anybody taking part in the kayak experience on the day. So what we're trying to promote is a very green, very environmentally friendly sport. There's no cost in running it, and there's no negatives. It's healthy, it's outdoors, it's bringing families together. Something that everybody can do. You can get a family kayak down to a single kayak, and it's bringing the youngsters, dare I say it, away from the Xbox, bringing families back together and having fun safely. That's what we're trying to promote.
Now, some people think perhaps kayaks are a little dangerous. You have to get involved with Eskimo roles, you've got to be a great swimmer, an underwater person. But modern technology has really sort of developed them somewhat, hasn't it?
Yeah. What we're doing, a lot of those are what we call sit-in kayaks, where you actually sit inside the kayak and you have a spray deck around you. And when you go over with those, then the Eskimo roll is how you get out of a turned upside down kayak. With ours, we only do sit on top kayaks. The nice thing about those, once they are immensely stable, very difficult to tip. That's not saying they guaranteed won't. You get hit side on in a wave, possibly. But when you go out, and especially if you're at sea or something like that, all you do, we say, give it a second as you go underwater, don't panic. The kayak will go over the top of you, and that's it, you'll bob up to the surface. Again, working closely with the RNLI, on our website, we push and promote safety. So it's a lot of fun, it's very, very healthy. In fact, on our website as well, we have got a health and fitness page which will tell you how many calories you'll burn per stroke and how many strokes you'll do per mile and the muscles you're using. So it's health and fitness. But the other thing that we say, wetsuits are up to individuals, but never, ever, ever, under any circumstances, we allow anybody to go out without a buoyancy aid on.
There have been obviously incidents in the past. It can be dangerous if you're not properly trained and you haven't got the right equipment, and that applies to any sport, really.
Of course it does, yes.
But what are you doing in that way nowadays for training?
All of our staff, all the staff at Channel Kayaks are all BCU qualified instructors, which includes an FSRT element of it, which is the safety and rescue. Again, we promote that as much as possible. Unfortunately, we can only do everything we can to direct people, give them the advice that's available, introduce them to the RNLI. On our website, we've got a direct link to the RNLI as well, so we can only advise people as much as we can.
And what about in the world of kayaking? How is it expanding? How many people actually go kayaking?
I can't tell you how many people go kayaking. What I can tell you is that it is an immensely emerging market, immensely. It wasn't so many years ago where you'd go to the beach and everybody was hiring surfboards and wetsuits, etc. down there. Now, there's very few beaches that are not hiring out sit-on-top kayaks. And the nice thing about it is you can use them for surfing, you don't have to be particularly skilled. Be safe, but you don't have to be skilled. And somebody who's a complete novice can go out in safety on a kayak by themselves or with a family.
One of those kayaks behind has got a fishing rod attached to it. Now, kayaking and fishing don't necessarily, in the first instance, go together, but actually it's quite popular.
What has happened is that with all the cutbacks, things have got a lot more expensive. So a lot of people used to buy a boat with a motor. Depending on the size of it, they might have to pay for moorings or whatever they're going to do, and they would fish off of little boats. What is now happening is people are turning to kayaks. There's absolutely no running cost, which is obviously in the austere times, it's a massive, massive bonus. The nice thing about these kayaks is that all the kayaks we do can be used either for fishing or just for leisure. So they're very, very versatile. You've got large bow hatch, which includes a bag in there. Fantastic space for storage. Okay, that comes off. And you've got a measure for your fish. This is also, it's a multifunction a hatch, so that you can screw in fish finders, any other equipment that you want to put in there. And obviously you can keep stuff dry in there. Both have got cup holders, storage. Working my way back, foot pedals. You can either lock those into place and just use them as a foot brace, or take the lock away and that will operate then the rudder at the back. To put the rudder down, you pull your line, that puts that down into the water and you're ready to go. Moving back to the seat, as I mentioned earlier, this is the top of the range, this is the luxury seat. Fully padded, backrest, and you get the bag on the back. Because when you're kayaking, back support is an absolute must for being out a long time on the water. These here are built-in flush rod holders. What will happen, you've got two at the front, and these point slightly forward, and then behind the seats you've got two behind you as well, and they'll have rods so you can set them up trailing slightly behind you. Another dry holder, smaller than the one at the front, great for sandwiches. As you can see, you've got a large storage area at the back, which has got your bungee over to keep things in place. As you can see with us, that's a fantastic place to keep throw bags, your life-saving equipment, any other such thing like that.
So it's a little bit like cycling, but on the water. It's the same kind of people, a bit of physical exercise, and as you say, it doesn't cost anything.
Absolutely. A lot of people are getting on board with that as well, because they recognise one of the companies we have got supporting us locally is Audi, and they recognise that the Audi brand, which has always stood for sport and activity and that whole fun element of life, they are now sponsoring us and getting involved, because it is that same genre. It's fun, it's fitness, it's great. Get out, get a suntan, get yourself fit and catch a few fish for the barbecue afterwards. It's brilliant.
And what's that going to cost you?
For the kayak, you're starting at £239 for a sport kayak, up to £750 for the largest pro kayak. One of the things we do, and I think we're quite unique in doing it, is that although there's add-ons in the way of accessories, so you can buy an anchor, you can upgrade your paddle, you can buy a trolley to take it across the beach, everything we do, the price you see is one price. You get, there's no upgrades on seats. A lot of companies will start off, you get the kayak, and then you'll buy a little backrest, then you buy a next upgrade seat. With us, we only do the premium seat, with a bag on the back, extra storage, and you get the paddle, and you get free delivery. That is all included in the package. So there's no nasty surprises, there's no plus delivery when you get to checkout.
Very good. And here at the Game Fair at Harwood, I guess you're going to get quite a few people, because it attracts pretty much all ages, doesn't it?
Yes. One of the nice things about what we do with promoting this, we literally were talking from 8 to 80. Anybody can have a go. Younger than 8, then we do have family kayaks. We call them a 2+1. We can actually take 3 people on it. So mum and dad and a child, absolutely no problem at all. 8 onwards are sport kayak. Then that is small enough for a child to quite comfortably handle, to manoeuvre and go and have fun on. One of the things we do say though, with regards to that, is you'd never kayak alone, and always have a kayak plan as well. Let people know, this probably sounds like the dad coming out in me, but let people know where you're going, have a paddle plan, have a safety plan, and also always carry rescue equipment as well.
Well, we look forward to the Game Fair. Byron Baker-Brown, thanks very much. Good luck with Channel Kayaks. I'm sure it's going to be popular here.
Lovely, thank you very much, Steve.